Hello everyone, this is Ann Zeev with Keller Williams Success Realty and the Northern Utah Home Team, here to give you my weekly market update. And today we're going to take a quick look at the market statistics, and then we're going to answer one of the most frequently asked questions I get from sellers and buyers, and that's about the pre-approval process for getting a loan. And then we'll look at some new properties on the market. So let's get started. So here's our graph of the rolling market statistics. And let's compare where things were at the beginning of the year and where they are now that we're halfway through the year. As you can see here, number of new listings continues to increase. The number of new solds is also increasing. So we have both sellers and buyers in the market. We have our inventory, which is this purple line, is down from where it was at the beginning of the year. So things are really moving. And we can also see that on the days on market that we're down lower than we were at the beginning of the year. Price is creeping in an upward trend as well. So we'll see what happens in the months ahead. Well, to buy a house and to sell a house, you need to be able to get a loan in many situations because not a lot of cash buyers are out there. So let's talk a little bit about that pre-approval loan process. So as we said, the big part of buying a home and selling a house is the loan approval process, because that's how a lot of people get their financing. And understanding the pre-approval process is important to both the buyer and the seller. For a buyer, getting pre-approved should be the first step in the buying process. This is a smart and easy move because often a quick phone call with the lender will get the process rolling and help you know how much you can spend and when you can buy a home. It's very important to be pre-approved so that when you start bidding on homes, the home seller will be more likely to accept your offer. For a seller, an offer should not be seriously considered unless it's presented with a pre-approval letter. The pre-approval letter is the best assurance the seller can get that the buyer is likely to qualify for financing. And isn't that what you want to know before you take your house off the market? A common mistake is to confuse a pre-qualification with a pre-approval. That's actually a big difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval. Neither will cost you any money. However, a pre-approval is much more thorough and more likely to discover any and all questions and issues up front so they can be addressed. A pre-approval is a little more work for the buyer, who will likely have to provide documentation like proof of income, bank statements, and tax returns. Keep in mind this is also more work for the lender to review all this information, but we have several willing to do the pre-approval for you at no charge. The benefits are well worth the effort because once you are pre-approved, it removes a lot of the uncertainty of getting a loan and buying a home. All of our lenders also offer credit repair service if you should need help in this area. We work hand in hand with our mortgage partners, which is imperative during the closing process on your next home. So if you'd like a copy of our preferred lenders list, just let me know. And if you'd like more information about any of these homes that we were just looking at as we were talking about the pre-approval process, let me know about that too. So that completes this week's market update. Feel free to give us a call or a text or an email if you need more information about anything that we discussed today or anything else to do with the home buying, house selling, or real estate investing business. Until next week, have a great week. Bye-bye.